Oh, good morning, everyone. I'm up. Not awake yet, but I'm up. After that wake up for the bathroom at basically 6. Actually, I had to go back to sleep, thankfully. So I got some extra sleep. Yeah.
Hi guys. I got AC and signal.
And then there's a kitten eating and a kitten to catch. He's Millie at the door. Oh, that is cold. Hi, horny toad. So I haven't turned on the computer or projector or anything yet. I am finding, for some reason, now the Beast's freaking screensaver actually wants to work. No clue why I didn't turn it back on. But start to save my projector bulb so I can't fix too much. Certainly not going to say I'm complaining about that. Okay, no, that's too warm. I'm just going to get a regular shirt. Oh. There we go. But yes, good morning. Working on waking myself up here. As usual, I do my typical Quora in the mornings, which is a Q&A site. It used to be a lot better, honestly. Well, I'm not gaming or anything, and I'm not using the projector. Light up. So, again, as I've stated, I may not be able to completely quit cigarettes because of my freaking health issues, which really, really sucks. Actually, it's irritating. But I'm still not smoking anywhere near as much as I was. Freaking, I only go up to smoke when I want to. I don't necessarily listen to the freaking group smokes for the simple fact. Don't need it, don't want it. Did I? Yeah, it's on my chat. Okay. I think I could do some more water. Ugh. Strawberry cough. Definitely make you cough. Alright. We've got a showing at 2 today. Still talking with Demon. figuring out when we're making that podcast up is probably not going to be precisely the same way it was, and that's fine. That's kind of the reason why I was doing them as lives, is because of the fact I know they weren't going to be the same way twice. Because there's going to be stuff we're going to think about that we wanted to think about then, and actually be able to bring up, which alters and changes. I mean, the thing we went the deepest into was mental health and how widespread of a problem it is. I mean, honestly, to someone like me, the political right screaming about mental health is very, very ironic. I mean, it's steely ironic. Because these people are bitching about mental health, but they don't realize they've got mental health problems. They refuse to admit that they have it. They refuse to accept it. Because back in my day, we didn't have these issues. We were taken out to the shed and had it beaten out of us. Yeah, guess what? I did too. The difference is, I know not to deny it. I know not to ignore it. Those mental issues, you never get better from. That's why people get disability for them. That's the whole reason you never get better. You can think you're better all you want, don't get me wrong. But if what you go through you think is normal, yeah, you're going to think it's better. You're going to think you're okay. Because it's what you know is normal. I know, I'm not upset with you for that. I'm disappointed in those of you who think that way. Because it is a fallacy. You are literally lying to yourselves. There is cold hard facts and information that has come out that says, no, this is a mental health problem. And if you're dealing with this, you need to seek mental help. That doesn't happen. That's the wrong bin. That's the right bin. Seriously, you need to seek mental help, just like the rest of us do. You're not any different. You're not exempt. As a matter of fact, it means you're living with your shit unchecked. It means all the struggle you're dealing with in your day-to-day life, even though it seems normal now, is something you don't have to be doing. There's help for it. And by denying that you even have the issue, you're lying to yourself, to people around you. Hell. And for you religious folks, you ain't even lying to God. God made you that way. And you denying something he did? That's not very smart, according to your religion. According to the Christian religion, or most Christian-based religions at least, denying something that the Almighty Maker has created and done is sin. To deny of his works is to deny of him. Well, I hate to tell you, he made mental illness. He's not the benevolent, soul-loving God y'all think he is. I ain't got a problem with y'all believing in God. Only shape, flavor, shape, form. Not my problem. Not my issue. Not my business. But I do not and will not see belief in religion as a positive, intelligence-wise. Just like 99% of the scientific community, religion does not belong mixed with fact. Does not belong mixed with science. It belongs in its own place. That it already had. And the fact that it's trying to push it everywhere else is bullshit. I mean, we are just short of having a League of Pissed Off Scientists starting. They're already pissed off. They just haven't unionized and said, hey, guess what? This is how things are going to go. And why? Because if they don't fall in line, they deal with a lot worse. Thanks, Pushy. Think of a scientist as someone like you and me, but it's just curious as all get out. That's basically what a scientist is. And it's breaking it down and simplifying it a bit, but yeah. Not every scientist was a freaking sharp tack. As a matter of fact, a lot of the most brilliant scientists were said to have mental health issues. Einstein, Newton. There is no perfect. There is calculation. There is equation. There is answer. There is proper formula. There is not perfection. And maybe that's why I don't strive for that. Maybe that's my understanding on that is the whole reason why I don't have that drive like most of my personality type. I know and accept that there's no perfect. There's damn near perfect. And that most people call perfect, and I don't see anything wrong with that. There are some times you do kind of have to make clear to people that it's damn near as perfect. It's just a figure of speech to call it perfect. That's like freaking these satire jokes on Quora responses. And it's like, you really shouldn't sit there and write that kind of stuff and not expect someone to take you at the fucking word's value. Especially when you don't make any distinction. You just write it from the point of view. A very real point of view that very real people have. And because it's written or typed, there's no voice tone. You can't hear that. This is something even science has recognized is an issue. So, things like that, those irk me. Because quite literally, it is somebody not taking a couple of seconds to write joke, satire, not just leave it blank. I mean, at the end of the freaking comment, write joke or satire, so that way people know. Otherwise, yeah, you're gonna get people going, hey, what the hell? You're gonna get people sitting there taking those words at their value because there's nothing distinguishing that that's a joke. Not a damn thing. There's no tone to it. Because you're mimicking the tone of the actual statement. Which in written form looks like the actual statement, not a joke. There's no visible sign that it's a joke.
Did I hear a rockin' stone?
To me, that registers along the same lines as walking up and punching somebody in the face and just going, oh, it was a joke. Not the same severity, to be clear, but along the same lines. Because they are mocking someone when they do that. Legitimately mocking someone. Typically, that person does deserve to be mocked. Don't get me wrong. They've usually asked for it with their actions. But at the same time, mocking somebody doesn't help any situation. It just creates issues. I get that a lot of people are tired, especially over here on the left side, tired of the stupidity from the right. But it's not how you go about it. That doesn't fix anything. It creates more problems, just pisses them off, as it would piss you off. So yeah, I'm gonna call you out for not thinking things through on that one. For a couple different reasons. Verbally, you can actually make that distinction. You can use a mocking tone, and people understand you're joking, you're meaning it as a mocking scenario, not being real. Once it goes written, that's lost. You can't just type something and expect it to be taken as a joke. It's not going to work. Unless you set up for a joke. And I mean legitimately set up. Not just pull some sarcastic, snarky bullshit. That's not a joke. That's just being sarcastic and snarky. Like this guy's comment today, it was pretty fucking sarcastic and snarky. Do answer the question of what would it take to get leftists to support Trump? He goes off with a joking answer about so much money. And then keeps going on in the comments with the jokes to people who say, but shh, they won't figure that out. And it's like, dude, you were just being a dick. And you did it in one of the worst ways. You did it in a mocking way to the person asking the question, who, I don't care if they have a troll account and they typically hear starting shit. The question being asked was pretty fair. Most of the answers to that question are nothing. Not a damn thing can be done. As well as chew out. Because, well, let's be real. DTS is a real thing. But not what Trump supporters would like it to be. DTS is being taken into consideration to be put into the DSM-5 now. Keyword, taken into consideration. It is not in there. It is not considered a legitimate mental illness yet. Just to be clear. But it's in reference to Trump supporters. And if there are any of you here on my channel I kind of want to apologize. I really kind of do. But at the same time, it's real. I've been trying to tell you guys for a while that the left side's not blowing smoke up your ass. They don't hate you. They're not trying to start a war. They're not trying to take your kids. They're not trying to convert your kids to trans people. That doesn't happen. I mean, it's awfully odd that you start getting this worried about trans people. We've been around forever. Seriously. The only difference is we kept it to ourselves. And you're pissy that we're not keeping it to ourselves now. And we're actually asking for proper respect. Which is something you taught us to do. You also taught us that when someone doesn't show us proper respect, to say something. So we're saying something. And you're getting pissy about that. No. Over here on the left, we don't fucking hate you guys. Not at all. As a matter of fact, we care about you. We're scared what you guys are going to do to yourselves. Because you're not thinking clearly. You're not using critical thinking at this time. Whenever that man comes up. And
Did I hear a rockin' stone?
I'm going to be real with you. That's kind of scary. Y'all lose your critical thinking when he comes up. Y'all lose the thing that makes you freaking human. One of them, anyhow. Hell, I saw a short about a freaking monkey yesterday that has more critical thinking than the critical thinking that goes into y'all thinking about Trump. And I'm being nice. In this little short, friggin' dude has a packaged Twinkie sitting in front of the monkey, just meep, rubbing it in the dirt, and then hands it to the monkey. Monkey looks at him like, and you think I'm the animal? Brushing it off, opens it up, and eats it. Double check, make sure there was no extra after. Give it one more brush, and he's like, okay, sweet. And that little guy was using more critical thinking. I'm not trying to belittle y'all when I say this is basic level stuff that you can actually look at and see. I'm not blowing smoke up your ass and telling you this is this is that because I fucking feel like it. No, I'm not going out of my way to call people out on their behavior because I feel like doing so. As a matter of fact, it creates me trouble. I don't care to do it. But that's how we fucking learn. That's how we hold each other responsible for our actions and words, is calling each other out. It needs to be done with a little less aggression, a little less hostility from both sides, from everywhere. I am not exempt. But we've forgotten how to do this as people. And I don't know why. I don't know where it started. I don't have that information. And it's just the freaking loop all over again. At this rate, we're about ready to hit our 70s, 90s way again. If things go right. If not, there will be deviation, which will not be good in this case. In this case, the deviation would be very radical, unlike deviation in the past being moderate. There wasn't too much advancement, there wasn't too much conservatism. Now there is definitely a big issue of conservatism in this country. And that conservatism thinks that it needs to rule. Because it thinks progression is out of hand without thought and boundaries. Yeah, that's not how it goes. I really hate to be the bearer of bad news here, but the political left is where the bulk of scientists sit. Because science isn't left-leaning. Reality, facts, truth is all left-leaning. If you're having a problem with science, it means you're having a problem with reality, truth, and facts. Please tell me those of you who are in that situation understand how much of a problem that is. I'm pretty sure there's no one here because I'm basically ranting. But very well. This has technically become a little mini podcast episode. Might just switched around too, so. I have no line on what's up with Demon yet. Yep, nothing yet. Okay. Yeah, there's that. Hi. Hi, Kina. Yeah. I know. I've got an issue with the way things are. But I've got an issue with the way things are for a reason. Pretty dope. What is normal versus what's supposed to be normal are completely different things. What's supposed to be normal for the everyday, healthy human is far from the American normal currently. And it's kind of disturbing.
It just didn't look like it's like what the heck is that? Oh, seriously.
Having case in point, me with all the issues I have, I'm basically just abnormal. I'm just on the other side of different. And it's not visible for the most part. Which don't know.
Oh, good. Yeah. Are you gonna hold the room? Good.
It's very, very
Yeah, that was,
bizarre to me.
Summer's way of taking the garbage out for me. Go lay down, Molly.
Well, thanks.
Sweeping in my room, you booger.
Oh, did I?
A little bit. It's okay. That's why I had to teach you. I can tell.
Why is the garbage packed in the damn bathroom? So he said, I'll take your garbage out for you. I told you that many, I told you guys that many times.
Mom and Dad have been meaning to come down here and confront her with that. That's probably the thing happening. And I guess part of the reason why I am so careful with my wording choices is because of having tone issues to the point of not knowing that I've got certain tones at different times and whatnot. Like there's been multiple times I've had a grumpy tone. No grumpy meant from it whatsoever. No no negative mood. So I try to speak in a manner that you don't have to rely on tone. And if writing, hey, that side. No, young man, no. Get out from behind my computer. It's not a hiding spot. Move it. Thank you. Up here. Hey. There we go. Hey, Banksy, you want to scoot forward a little bit? It's a little crowded. Okay. It's like, whoop. There you go. Come here. You're okay. Come here. Easy. You're okay. I know. I got a spot for you. Yeah. I got a spot for you. There you go, little man. Dad's gonna be better than over there. He's like, yes, yes. And the other four behind me here. Cats don't care for chaos. I actually have to kind of come used to it. Not all cats can. Drool. What's not here, don't get in trouble for. Ooh, 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 ooh.
I don't even know how they got it in there. More fucking garbage. Garbage, what it is, and that's not
But yep, we've got a strange day, and I'm trying to get that bathroom thing due. Honestly, it'd be nice to be able to use it without it pay. Sadly, I have a feeling sort of the one that's going to use it, which is going to pay emergency wise. Stuff that gets in my mouth. But during the showing, I was going to leave it down at the bottom. I guess I'll have the room can going again so I can see what's going on. Nah. Nasty. Nothing like lemon cheese. Right. This right here is why I did not do the podcast today this morning. I knew this was needed to happen. Work smarter, not harder. Not to mention, I also haven't heard back from them this morning. Did last night, and we talked it over. So it's still a thing. We will retake as a podcast.
Oh no, I just breathed in it and it got came my face like. Oh, they got me.
And there's no place for me to lean my head back here. It's all cat. Hello. How you doing, Salvo?
I'm at the underfoot. We've all had the fun night.
Yeah. Nice to see you too. Thank you, Salvo. Mwah.
Later. Yeah, little shit.
And then dogs.
This litter box thing, I had to go and use it. Dude, what the hell is that? I don't know.
Thank you, my friend.
Mom got lighted. This is
Thank you, Salvo. Honestly, I still don't know if I. Maybe I should.
So it was hanging out at.
What she do, she flings it out.
Yep.
It's like there's a TV show going on out there.
Yeah.
Thank you, Salvo.
Where's the can?
No, I'm not gonna lie. You guys really are sick of family.
Ow! Sorry.
I know some of them. Thank you.
Oh my God, Molly, you were just. Oh, she won't. She'll get louder. There's Brooke.
That little one. Yeah, it's still loud out there.
Yeah. Brooke. Can't bounce it back, okay? Say, I don't know.
Thank you, Sal.
Looks like a good turn. Okay. On the way. Wait,
Do kind of wish you could find my
wait,
sword.
Ma, wait.
I want to check out some of the most watched reads.
Is it back to right side? Oh, I mean, there's a Fabuloso in here. Yep, yep, yep. Yeah, she just opened it. Well,
Finally melting. Yeah,
is
still melting.
it- Yeah, I see help, picking this up. Ooh, what the hell is that? It's right up. Either you put your hair back and guns up and see what it is. Maybe I don't want to see what it is. It would help in the middle of that when people can't help you, right? When you gotta go, you know? Yeah, I'll do it, but,
trying to think what I'm trying to do today.
One's over.
One way or another, I'm gonna have to go down and feed the cats. That's a given.
No, I just got this final two steps.
I'm probably gonna try to
Yeah. How do you work that?
spread out that poop out of the spread.
I just got myself out of grabbing busy for a minute, so I can sit down. Like, woo, okay, sit down.
And other than trying to reinforce the bridge over there with the poop out needs to be spread, I think that is about, well, we're gonna need to do all wood too, somehow.
That's what I said, I think.
Otherwise, I think that's all.
What was he looking for? Jolt. Oh, Jolt.
Mom's got to take the truck, so to carry it by hand. That'd be a few loads. That's doable for me. Back pocket.
What's going on? You bought something that was in there?
Thank you so much. Trying to see. I don't think I actually had any projects. What's do here? Stream related. I got projects. Yes, very much so.
Oh, no.
Otherwise,
How can you grab these?
no. I am definitely have to get the mail and check that from Mom Louise. So my ID comes in, I'm gonna need that. Just 20.
Yeah, smoke break. Spray down and then smoke break, mama. Yeah, no, I don't smoke. Dad's, somebody's kid gives me a- what the hell is that? Oh. You put this over there so I can. Oh.
I gotta check the laptop for that. So you gonna start it like I told you to? So it's saying it's going to email notice my payments. Oh, hello. Hey, Terry, welcome in. That wouldn't necessarily be too bad. It would give me a chance to do some acting. So that's what I was checking there. Turn that off now. Yeah, I kind of figured I'd fit into that category. As well as a radio host would work pretty well too, I guess. Radio talk show as well as actually. Well, like, unlike Late Show or whatnot. Which happens to be the primary, one of the primaries for me when I think of late night talk shows. Like, is that your way of saying you're done charging? Well, you're definitely wrong. And thank you, Terry, again. I've got good meds. I'm not dying, figuratively speaking, of course. I actually feel half decent. That's saying something. Honestly, I've already got the night owl for it, so late night talk shows wouldn't be so bad. The only problem would be I would just have to have like topic cards, and probably have someone help keep me on track as far as that goes. Because I get into different topics, I'm gonna go. That's part of what's making the podcast work so well. Is Steve and I are both that way. And yeah, just makes it work. Hello, how you doing, Roxton? Good. I'm glad. I'm doing a lot better than yesterday, that's for sure. Or the day before. Sorry. Still kind of waking up though. About halfway through my first cup. Man. On some things, yes, I will agree. I am a little opinionated. On a lot of things, though, I'm just like, what the hell? This is facts, yo. This isn't even about me. This is reality.
Where's the big?
At 4. I can understand that. I've done that schedule a few different times.
I was just curious. I don't see it down there.
Freaking. Back when I was a bouncer at the nightclub, I'd typically get home and crash out about 4 o'clock in the morning just to be up at 8 again to one thing or the other. Whether it was to try to get this day stuff done or not, or it was some scheduled appointment or whatever. Because everybody wants to schedule early morning. And to some extent, especially if you're not running a late night, I understand it. But I'm a night owl. I mean, last night, I went to bed at 1. I was up by 8:30. And that's my normal base sleep. Typically, I wake up a little bit earlier. I typically stay up around 6, but the extra sleep was something I needed. I didn't even find a place to really start making my base in Minecraft last night after changing servers. I've come to the realization that, I certainly cannot do the podcast from the webbook. And that was a fail. That was a horrible, horrible fail.
Big chicken.
The entire thing had no sound. So, I'm talking with Demon and we're looking at doing a retake. It's not going to be exactly the same because we both had time to think about things. And we both kind of relate to the personality type of INFJ, at least to the most extent. He's enjoying the intellectual conversation. I'm enjoying the intellectual conversation. It would seem those who are watching are enjoying it. So, well, I would say from a pilot. Because, well, anyone watching yesterday did not enjoy it. No. Which sucks. We did hit some really good topics that we were talking about there yesterday. And no, he wasn't live for it, so he didn't have a recording going. It's like, damn it. I didn't either. Which reminds me, I should fire the beast up and see about making some room. So I can actually save these podcasts. Wait a minute. These recordings are probably a decent size, though. I don't think a 32 gigabyte memory stick's going to do. Anyways. Let's look at that one through it. That's good. I need to. Yeah. That way I can see it. Bagging myself around. Be gone. Because cats are too rough by my hard drive. Pain. And I haven't actually gone to smoke yet. Just a couple of vape rips. Oh, trio of vape rips. Oh. When the lights go down in that country. Seriously, you're gonna walk over my coffee? Move your ass, you brat. Purposely trying to get shit in my coffee, brat. I do not appreciate that, Millie. No, not Mud Runner. Creativerse can go. Cross out. I don't actually play it enough. Not had the request for Mad Max, I'm not running it. Project Cars can be uninstalled. Yeah, it's just fun. And I don't fall out. Just the orcs. Two sons. Focus on games I like to play fairly often. Apex to Seek and Go. Deep Rock Gen Zero Paladins Team Fortress War Thunder. Conan goes. Lead and Gold goes. Path of Exile stays. Warframe goes. Grav goes. Okay. That should clear up what I've got installed. Okay. Just cleared up a little bit. I've got some more to do, but but catch reaching my hard drive.
Did I hear a rockin' stone?
Uh, I have to do one of these for that to happen too. But damn. I'm tripping. Felt like a pimple there. Or not a pimple. It was bleeding. There's no blood. Okay, new file on the hard drive. Good, good. Yeah, freaking. Huh. And he says, let there be light. Anyways. Where was I at? So I got some of the stuff freaking figured out there. I need to go into it and tune out some more.
Did I hear a rockin' stone?
Might have to uninstall some games and install others. Or reinstall them somewhere else. That's on the computer instead of the hard drive, but that's okay. Yeah, it's kind of time to hunker down and start doing things I need to do channel-wise, such as I'm probably going to be moving the computer and not using the projector anymore. Which has advantages and disadvantages, positives and negatives to it. One of the positive things is I won't be running cords across the room, across the ceiling. Just right over the metal bedstand there. That's one of the positives to it. Another one being I will have better graphics, not just on my side, but also on stream side. None of the game streams will be any better because, well, it's not going to be a different rig or different internet connection will be the same. Just where it's at will be different. It'll make to where some of the sleep streams will be better. For those who were liking having the foot cams, I'm sorry. That's kind of out the window. I'm just not having the ability. And I apologize. But so far, it's going. Can't say it's going great, but it's going. Wait a minute. Come look at me. I can't say it's going great. It is going great as far as the channel goes. As far as you guys go, you guys are doing freaking awesome. So wait a minute. You need to rephrase that. What time is it? 11:06. All right. Now it's working. I may have to smoke the damn things for my body issues. It doesn't mean I have to smoke them like crazy, man. 3 to 4 hours waiting, not smoking one. I'm happy with that. I go even longer, it's better. So, That's the way I feel every time I do my freaking pocket check.
Smells a lot better down there,
I
though.
was gonna say, yeah, smell is gone.
A little bit of teamwork. Bathroom was full of cat litter. Garbage. Dresser.
Uh-huh.
Monkey.
I'm working on it.
I'm
just not moving very well right now.
I just didn't know
Gotta go to work,
where, what, and oh, I know.
but it's done. It looks better than it did. We're good. Molly's having a kid, so they confuse everybody else.
Mhm.
Exactly.
New pack already? Jesus.
Seriously?
Yeah, we choked on the last floor downstairs.
Oh, I thought you guys came up for your smoke break.
No.
Oh,
I'm ready.
I thought you guys came up for your smoke break. Everybody stepped over the garage.
No, we just sat in the garage.
Yeah, I didn't realize that.
I'm shaky. I need to eat.
There's ribs in the fridge.
Relax a little bit before I have to go to work.
Yeah. Oh, I wouldn't have to bring it up. It's out. It's in there already. What was this? How you was gonna get?
This means I got stuff gurgling through, moving through the body. Let it go. I need a lighter.
I was gonna say I got one of those.
I can't believe we went through that pack already. Jesus Christ.
I was gonna say, didn't we just open that this
Yeah.
morning?
And I had one out of it. This is my second cigarette today.
I had 3. Out of it. The rest, I don't know.
I don't know. I wasn't counting.
You knew.
I was only counting because I had one.
Wasn't counting.
Yeah, I was only counting because I wasn't counting. Yeah, it's like I had that one about 8:30, and you guys called it about 10. I'm like, it's not time for me yet. Not yet.
Melting away.
Uh-huh.
Slowly but surely.
Which is good.
You know,
Very good.
for another one to just come in.
What? No.
Last I heard, anyways. I could have changed.
I
But
hope so.
I was shocked that West Haven Clinic called me this morning
Oh.
to reschedule my counseling appointment assessment. And I called back and they answered. I was like, what?
yeah, it's going to be in the mid 40s.
I didn't know they were open on Saturdays.
In the evening. Daytime, mid 50s.
Yeah.
So it'll melt off. Slowly. And sunsets at 5:05 now.
Freaking Taz is a brat. Cleaned his litter box completely. New litter. He had to go and use it.
Of course. It's clean, damn it. Can't be clean.
Even though I cleaned it the other day when we had the showing, I scooped it, but it didn't need clean. But if I do it,
I might actually be able to do that, Terry.
What? Huh?
He said I'd make a pretty
Oh, you're on.
good. He said I'd make a pretty good late night talk show host. I got to thinking about it. I could actually set that up through streaming instead of having necessarily people come on. I can sit there and have the chat up on the screen,
Yeah.
and then it's anyone who comes into chat is part of the show.
Wow, they actually liked my design. Wow. Surprise. Yeah, see, this is what I did.
And it's like I could actually do
Hey,
that.
what? Well,
Especially considering I'm typically up that late anyhow.
No one can comprehend the pain of its heart after losing its territory. It has nothing left. No lioness fancies a rogue lion. They are pragmatic. They don't care which lion is
I think
the
I came
alpha.
up with a
As long as
small
their safety
little
is ensured,
business
they worship the
venture for
strong and
myself
disdain
when I
the
get my
rogue.
place.
Only an
Yeah.
alpha lion can bring them
Yep.
happiness. Although it has lost lost
Because
its territory.
up there I was
Still forced
selling my
It wasn't
rollies $5 a pack.
Lions.
You know, 4 packs for $20. That way I keep myself in cigarettes, but, you know.
Yeah.
And then I could add, because I just bought 80 packs of Doritos, the Cool Ranch and the Nacho. So get a bunch of those and sell them $1 a piece. There you go. Yeah,
There's some people in Pittsburgh doing that exact thing out the Y.
get a little
From
money.
anywhere from juices to freaking snacks, cakes, freaking.
Get a little money to stretch some Social Security money.
I gotta go on leave. I got all that done before noon.
I took a road trip
Okay.
a year ago. after
When you get going,
in the SUV.
you not slow one.
Took a road trip from LA to Phoenix to go perform at this club.
When
Let me tell you who's in the car.
Right. Oh, stretch my legs.
I had 8 years of doing nothing really but sitting, so I've been having trouble getting back to that.
Yeah, my body doesn't like to sit all the time. That's part of the reason why streaming is more of a hobby. I can't sit all the time.
Well, 943 still isn't a whole lot to get through the month.
No, it's not.
So,
No, it's not.
but find a little business venture on the side that makes a little bit.
And that's something that I've been talking about on the podcast too, is the difference and how stark it is. What we get compared to those who had the work credits.
I don't know how many people up there in Longview that are seem depressed and suicidal because they can't do nothing.
Yeah.
Social Security's got them all screwed up thinking they can't work, that they're depressed.
Uh-huh.
There's nothing to do in Longview but sit there and eat and watch movies or do drugs. That's about the living up there.
Yeah.
So it's like
But the beans are just completely laid over flat on the ground.
they have a bowling alley, but
Together.
Right? Yeah, that is the kind of stuff that gets talked about on the podcast. Yeah, as I was saying, I could actually do a late night talk show hosted on the Discord. This is a very possible thing.
Did I hear a rockin' stone?
Okay. And Millie just got done in the box. Alright, watch out, Millie. Watch out. Oh, good. I need to clean up a little bit. Just a little. As well as get. Oh, it is plugged in. Sweet. I forgot that I didn't unplug it from last night's foot cam that was not so happy. Yeah, foot cam last night, I give him the best I got for now. And not so happy, but it's like, okay, well then. Sorry, foot cams are kind of out of the question for a little bit. Nothing against you. Just don't have the ability at the moment. Thought there was a fly in the coffee. I was like, what? I gotta decide if I'm gonna do the whole switching of stuff. It'd be beneficial. Is it a rock or is it food? I think it's a rock, Banks. Don't eat it. Yeah, don't eat it. It's not food. Yeah. Told you not to eat it. Goofball. Excuse you, mister. Hey. Yeah, you know. Blame and response. No, you still know. No, let's set that up. Yeah. On, please. I still gotta get working on Stream Elements to get the freaking overlay too. There we go. And I gotta grab my little remote here. And this is in there. There we go. Nice big huge room. Alright. Camera set up there. Oops. Oh, that's right. Create broadcast. Actually turned off, and then this just minimized after starting it. Oh, I missed it, Claudia. Cordelia. I need to say it right. So, I might see about starting talk shows, late night talk shows. Honestly, would really love to get into acting. I really would. But at the same time, yeah, could be using those skills, which is a good thing. At the same time, I feel it would be putting other skills to waste. It would be a little bit of a waste of my diplomacy skills to do something like that. It would be a waste of my ability to understand and translate or put into words that everybody else can understand for big topics, big things. There's no way I could do one movie and be set. There's no way I could do one movie and get a reputation to work off of to get somewhere. And then on top of that, it being acting, I see as a negative in this day and age when it comes to doing something political. But at the same time, I have the skills to act because I had to learn to do so to survive. When you have to learn to do so to survive, you tend to be pretty convincing. Case in point, most of the time when people go to the fact of lying to their parents will actually become old enough, bluffing at poker. Most of the time, the kids don't figure out how to necessarily outbluff the parents or trick them into thinking otherwise. I got the opportunity. Rather glad I did. And my blood mother popped off with the, "You can't beat me at poker. I'm your mother. I know all your lies. I can tell when you're lying." The only thing that went through my mind is, you haven't been able to tell when I was lying for several years now. I'm going to do this, and you're going to yourself. And I did. I played strategy. She didn't have an actual line of what my tells were. So I did an intentional bad bluff after doing a good bluff. Or sorry, not even a bluff, it was just a proper play, playing what I had. And she fell for it. I put on not the biggest act. It wasn't over dramatic. It wasn't overacted. But I sat there and used reverse psychology on her ass to Twice. I gave her a bluff that actually had backing, as well as a bluff that didn't, and a just poor hand. I made sure they all looked different. So that way when it came down to it, I sat there and showed the fake bluff, the one that was a legitimate bluff, saying I didn't have anything. And she freaking fell for it so horribly. She went all in. I was like, okay. Deadpan. Of course, she starts getting confused. Flips across, like, goes to reach for it. It's like, no, that's not yours. Flip. Her jaw hits the bloody floor. And goes, how? Gets so pissed off. It's like, yeah, I've been able to lie to you for years. This is a walk in the park. $23? Yeah. It's 23 at the time. And I had enough understanding of psychology and the issues my mother had, psychologically speaking, to play her like a fiddle in a game of Texas Hold'em. In a tournament in the top 4. At a place she had been going to for a year and a half. I hadn't even been going 3 months. And she got kicked out. She got so pissed off and became such a sore loser, she got kicked out.
No, there's a Binky. There's a Binky. Hi, baby boy. Hi, my boy. I missed her. I missed her. He's like, there's people out there, Dad. And they're not trying to bug you whatsoever, mister. But yeah, when you have to lie to survive, it comes a skill. It's not a skill that you should learn. In all honesty. Definitely not one people should have to learn. Having to lie to survive is, well, quite literally a symptom of trauma. It's not a figure of speech, that is legitimacy, fact, psychology. And there's so many people in this world that have had to do so. And have not figured out how to stop. Because they're stuck in that mode. And that's a scary place. It really is. Stuck in the place of needing to lie to survive is a big deal. And there's people from all walks of life in that point. Well, except for rich motherfuckers, let's be real. Those guys don't need to. They just do it because they want to. Oh, excuse me. I honestly think that would be the best song to go for a theme for the podcast. I would have to get permission. Because this really is. Land of confusion.
Did I hear a rockin' stone?
Ooh, CT is live.
Did I hear a rockin' stone?
Yeah. That honestly might be a better corner for the camera. I'll stretch that part. I don't barely get the corner there.
Hi. Hi.
No, maybe. The lap invader. Yeah, I might just do that. It actually sounds like a pretty decent idea. You leave my strings alone, you turtle. Late night talk show podcast. Late night YouTube talk show at that. YouTube and Twitch. Twitch actually has a category for it. You need to let my things alone. Come here, baby. She's not too happy about it. Come here. Come here. She's like, no, Dad, I don't like to be held. Well, flop out of my arm. Don't give me that look. You did it. And if you want to give me that attitude, you can get off my lap. That's what I thought. I do also have plenty of arrows. It's almost noon. Hi, Brat Cat. You're being pushy.
Did I hear a rockin' stone?
There are positives and negatives to social media. One of the positives I see is it does make it easier for us as a society to call out each other's behavior when we act like a piece of shit. Is it going to be accurate every time someone says it? No. You want to know if it's legit? Pay attention to the people that are responding in kind, the number of likes and whatnot from that, and it gives you an idea. The right screams about mental health and mental illness, but they really don't realize how rampant it is, and that most of them deal with it. And it's not insult. And they need anybody who thinks when someone who actually knows what they're talking about is saying that, yeah, there's something wrong here, that it's insult, you tripping. Me, I happen to know what I'm talking about when it comes to mental health. Kind of happen to have to learn so that way I could survive and figure out why all the shit was happening. So yeah, I've got a clue. Yeah, I've spent time learning. There is mental illness on both sides of the political spectrum. The difference? Left side, for the most part, tends to be able to control their shit. They don't lose their shit when something doesn't add up for them. They ask why it doesn't add up. Y'all just see that it doesn't add up and then you discredit it. That's it. That's a mental health problem. That is an issue. That is not a positive. To be able to just see bullshit going on and accept it, or just not necessarily accept it, but see it and leave it be, that's a problem. To not feel anything but sympathy, that's a problem. Well, left does it too. Most of the time, left looks more along the lines of empathy. And there's a huge difference there. Empathy is based on understanding. Sympathy is based on pity. I mean, case in point, back when we had all these rulers, these kings and emperors and whatnot, 9 times out of 10, these people were fraught with mental illness. It's not really talked about because back then it was pretty normal. Back then, that kind of mental illness had that place because we didn't know what it was. Nowadays, it doesn't have a place. Not like that. That's something we've failed on. That means we're letting it go back to that shit. That's not American. That is not American at all. So, yeah, there's that. having pity and not understanding and caring is un-American. Legitimately. As the saying goes, God created atheists to make believers question what God does for them. Because morality does not come from God. It is stated properly. When they do something kind, nice, caring, helpful, they do it out of a self-sense of morality, not because of some deity. And that seems to be something that a lot of religious folks have forgotten. Us atheists do have a sense of morality. And you might need to take a double check at yourself if you think we're immoral. And I mean that in the nicest way. Because I am spiritual, not religious, I count as an atheist.
Hi, you're okay.
So, I will not mince words on the subject. As a matter of fact, I quite refuse to. I will not sugarcoat it for someone's feelings. Because sugarcoating skews the message. And the message is in fact. And therefore should be said and displayed in said manner. And I refuse to give improper information just because of someone's feelings. Your feelings have no influence on fact. That's never going to change. The right talks about how the left is so sensitive. Y'all got some room to speak. Budweiser put trans person on a beer can. Y'all said fuck Budweiser because you got butthurt. Kaepernick was sponsored by Nike, and Nike supported him when he kneeled. Y'all got butthurt and burned a bunch of Nikes, thinking it was some big deal. Nike's still sitting there. Thanks for buying the shoes. you're really being rather foolish. You could have resold those for money. And let's not even talk about January 6th a bit. Any of y'all who are still under the assumption that that was a peaceful protest or that it was set up by the left,
I'm sorry, but pull your head out of your ass. You're being an idiot.
and I mean that with the utmost respect. Like I said, I don't sugarcoat. It's not what I do. There's not enough people calling each other out on their shit behavior. That's how we keep each other in line. That's how we make sure we are a good functioning society. But y'all there on the right want to deny that what's going on is going on. So, all right, bud, you got it. Ringsy, hey. Didn't mean Bardic Literatus. No, it didn't. I'm gonna go get the brooms from the floor. And for those of you who aren't happy about this, I'm sorry. I'm really not here to be liked. If I'm liked in the process, it's freaking awesome. Beyond awesome. But that's not the reason I'm here. The reason I'm here is to spread the freaking truth. Call out the bullshit. Because there's too much of it and not enough people calling it out. I'll be right back. Okay, pretty much wired. I may entertain, and I may be entertaining, but I do have a legitimate purpose here. Yeah, I may be a little mad, but if that's the case, what's that make everything else? If I'm a little crazy, everything I do and know, what's that make all the rest of the country? What's that make the rest of the US? If I'm mad, what are you guys? Because you're not sane. I'll tell you, you're not freaking sane. You can try to say you are all you want, but that is factually improper, factually inaccurate. And for the most of you, and this is still the case, is for most of you, delusional. This is not everybody. Again. Because everyone has their different health issues. Just like normal health issues, mental health goes the same way. Everybody's can be different. They can be same and similar, but even a similar, they're different. This is where science comes into play. This is why I go so hard on facts. Because what's being said is not just being said to get somebody's goat. I don't do that. I stopped doing that kind of trolling years ago. Don't like it. I grew up, I learned. Some people never grow up. Some people never learn that lesson. And they continue to do what they were doing when they were younger. Thinking the world is just a game. Well, the world is not a game. There is strategy to it, like a game. I can't argue that. But at the same time, just like any game, there's prerequisites that have to be had to be able to do certain things. And guess what? Those prerequisites typically are based around money. So, no, it's no game. It is somebody's business model. And that's not something that should be either. Those who profit off the suffering or lack of others are nasty in my book.
Did I hear a rockin' stone?
Off of others. I don't mean working for others. And that's certainly not the case. When you work for others for your living, you're not living off of others. You are working with them to live. And there's a big difference. Terry would be a good example. He's not living off of others. He's working with others to live. And that's what good old school America used to be about. And then it got caught up in business. And anyone who's been a business person and then experienced doing it the right way, we'll say, when it comes to work. And some people are going to get angry at me for saying that, but it truly is what I see to be the right way. Work is supposed to be about teamwork. Unison and accomplishing a goal as a group. Helping a community is doing teamwork. That's living with others, not off of them. I don't know if charity gives money back to the community. He probably does, from what I've seen so far. But he also gives us physical time. And that's a show. And I don't mean that as a sarcastic remark either. That is quite literally a display of someone's true intention. Somebody who's just in it for money wouldn't give a shit about doing anything without pay. Just like, no, you're not paying me? No, not happening. And especially in this day and age, that happens quite a bit. Especially with the younger generation that have been feeling taken advantage of. Because in this job economy and market, yeah, they really are. Cost of living and everything all balance out? Yeah, they are being taken advantage of. Because it doesn't balance out. The income equality gap is massive. And it's absolutely ridiculous. There's no reason we should have this kind of income inequality. What are we? Mexico? Freaking Africa? That, among other things, we're sitting on the same level as third world countries. And that's absolutely asinine. For everything we are as a country, that is asinine. That should not be. Go ahead. No. We should honestly have our shit a lot more figured out than we do. And it's sad. It really is. Get out of the garbage, little man. Get out of the garbage. So, yeah, no, I'm not going to play nice about legitimate issues in this country. I'm not going to put on a pair of rose-colored glasses to look at the behavior of my fellow countrymen. Dude. Thank you. Yes, I made sure you got your spot down there. And I'm certainly not going to just let my fellow countrymen get away with bullshit that they know perfectly well, or should know perfectly well, because of how old they are now. By their own words, that this behavior is not acceptable. It never has been. It created issues for them too. And it's creating issues for them again. Because they decided not to change it. And they want to get pissy at us when we call them out on it. Well, it's kind of your own damn fault for actually doing the behavior. I mean, that's pretty plain and simple. Don't do the thing, don't get called out for doing the thing. Pretty clear. Pretty basic logic. Kind of hard to get called out for doing something if you don't do it. No, we don't think we're doing it. How many people tell you? How many? How many people have said it to your face? Now, that said, bullshit. Because I know I'm not the only one. There's not enough of us, but I know I'm not the only one.
Hi, you one.
He's like, oh, lovey's, okay. I don't want to jump down so bad now. Lovey's. Butt up. Move up. There you go. And you still got litter in your claws. Joy. Okay. I've got to get my vape pen away. Need more stuffs. That's to be put away. So we have to leave clean space here a little bit. That way stuff goes with me. Stuff upstairs in the closet. Okay. We're good to there. And some more up here. Start. I actually probably started this awfully early. Oh, it's giving me chat from the current live chat over here. That's hilarious. Oh, it's because I've got it on top chat. That's why. So it's gonna show both at the moment. Yo, keep it in the box, guys. I just got done sweeping and you know it. The broom's still in here. Alright. No. I'm gonna go for the stream. Take it easy, buddy.